potato. Like, I put her over my shoulder, but both of our parenting skills equals one good parent.
She was holding everything together until one quiet moment behind a trailer door when everything finally collapsed. To the world, Kaley Cuoco looked untouchable. Endless fame, endless money, and a smile that carried Penny from The Big Bang Theory into millions of homes for over a decade. But behind the laughter and the applause, something fragile was slowly breaking. This was never about success. It was about the cost of becoming unforgettable. The latest news surrounding Penny from The Big Bang Theory is heartbreaking, not because of what she lost on screen, but because of what Kaley Cuoco nearly lost in real life. A story of pain hidden behind jokes, of silence behind smiles, and of a woman who carried the world's laughter while quietly falling apart herself. Kaley Cuoco was born on November 30th, 1985 in Camarillo, California, only a short drive from Los Angeles. Hollywood wasn't just nearby, it was unavoidable. Her father, Gary Cuoco, worked in real estate, and her mother, Lane Wingate, stayed home with the children, carrying her English and German roots into a quiet family life. It should have been ordinary, but it wasn't. By the age of 6, Kaley Cuoco was already standing in front of cameras, appearing in Quicksand, No Escape. Commercials followed, auditions followed, and slowly, childhood began slipping away. At the same time, another dream took hold: tennis. At just 3 years old, she picked up a racket and fell into its rhythm. By the late 1990s, she was ranked among the top junior players in Southern California, finishing 1998 as number 56 in singles and number 12 in doubles for girls under 14. Her life became a constant balancing act: school, auditions, tournaments, and long days far away from anything that felt normal. By 5th grade, traditional school was over. Homeschooling became the only way forward. She graduated high school at just 16. Impressive on paper, lonely in real life. She never had prom, never had a normal teenage experience. She always felt different, always moving while others stayed still. Throughout the 1990s, her face kept appearing in films and television. She worked alongside Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe in Virtuosity. She had a small role in Picture Perfect with Jennifer Aniston. She appeared in Northern Exposure, My So-Called Life, Ellen, and many others. Casting directors saw her as cute, blonde, and harmless. That image followed her everywhere. By the early 2000s, she faced a choice that would change everything: tennis or acting. Coaches believed she could go professional, but acting kept pulling harder. In 2002, she walked away from competitive tennis forever and chose Hollywood. That same year, at just 17, her life changed when she landed the role of Bridget Hennessy on 8 Simple Rules. The show premiered to over 17 million viewers and became one of the biggest sitcom debuts of the year. Kaley Cuoco went from working actress to rising star overnight. But happiness didn't last. On September 11, 2003, during rehearsal, John Ritter collapsed. Doctors misdiagnosed his condition. By the end of the day, he was gone. The cast was shattered. The show was never the same. Ratings fell, the energy disappeared, and Kaley Cuoco learned a painful lesson very young. In this industry, everything can vanish in a moment. When 8 Simple Rules ended, doubt followed her. She joined Charmed briefly, kept auditioning, kept fighting, but quietly wondered if her moment had already passed.
Then, in 2007, another door opened, but it almost closed just as fast. The original female lead of The Big Bang Theory wasn't Penny. She was a darker character named Katie, and audiences hated her. The creators rewrote the role completely. That rewrite changed television history. Penny was born. Warm, vulnerable, and quietly struggling, Penny became the emotional heart of The Big Bang Theory. Kaley Cuoco nearly walked away from the role, unsure it was right for her. But something told her to stay. At first, she earned only $60,000 per episode. Then, the magic happened. By season 3, chemistry turned into obsession, and weekly audiences exploded past 15 million viewers. Behind the scenes, something else was happening. From 2008 to 2009, Kaylee Cuoco and Johnny Galecki dated in secret. No headlines, no scandals, just two people protecting something fragile. They eventually broke up quietly and stayed professional. The chemistry never faded. The money didn't slow down either. By season 8, Kaylee Cuoco was earning $1 million per episode, placing her among the highest-paid actresses in television history. From the outside, it looked like the ultimate dream. But fame always demands a price, and hers was paid in silence. The pressure to stay perfect, to stay smiling, and to never show weakness grew heavier with every season. In September 2010, everything nearly ended in an instant. While horseback riding in Los Angeles, she was suddenly thrown to the ground. Before she could react, the horse landed on her left leg. The impact shattered her tibia and fibula so badly that paramedics couldn't even remove her boot. Surgeons worked for hours and managed to save her leg, but the damage was severe. Metal rods were inserted, and the recovery that followed was brutal and painful. She returned to the set of The Big Bang Theory still healing, hiding her cast behind carefully planned camera angles and furniture. Viewers laughed as usual, never seeing the fear, the trauma, or the pain she carried into every scene. When The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, Kaylee Cuoco refused to disappear. Instead, she reinvented herself. She launched Yes Norman Productions, named after her beloved dog, and signed a major deal with Warner Brothers. Soon after came The Flight Attendant, a dark, risky project that proved she was more than the role that made her famous. Dark, raw, and painfully honest, the show revealed a side of Kaylee Cuoco that audiences had never been allowed to see before. Gone was the bright laugh track and the familiar comfort of sitcom humor. In its place stood a woman unraveling on screen in ways that felt uncomfortably real. Awards followed, praise followed. Critics applauded her courage. But while the world celebrated her performance, her personal life was quietly collapsing. Her marriage to Ryan Sweeting had ended quickly, almost before it truly began. She tried again, hoping love would finally feel steady, but her second marriage to Carl Cook ended painfully in 2022. That breakup didn't just hurt, it shattered her sense of safety. It left her questioning herself, her choices, and her ability to trust again. The emotional weight became so heavy that her body began to carry the pain for her. While filming, rashes spread across her skin. Her joints ached so badly some days she struggled to walk. Stress, grief, and exhaustion tangled together until there was no clear line between physical pain and emotional collapse. She kept showing up, kept performing, but inside she was breaking. Then, one day, she walked into her trailer, gathered her producers, and spoke words she had never allowed herself to say before. She said she needed help. That moment changed everything. Therapy began. The walls she had built for years slowly came down. For the first time, she allowed herself to be vulnerable, to cry, to admit that strength sometimes means asking for support. Healing did not come overnight, but it began. Then, unexpectedly, love returned. In 2022, she met Tom Pelphrey, and she later described it as love at first sight. In 2023, she welcomed their daughter, Matilda, into the world. Motherhood softened her, grounded her, and reshaped her understanding of happiness. By 2025, her net worth surpassed $110 million, surrounded by ranches, homes, and undeniable success. Yet she has said the hardest battles were never fought on screen. They were fought quietly, inside her own heart. Once labeled a dumb blonde, Kaylee Cuoco rewrote her story not by running from pain, but by surviving it. Maybe that is real success, not fame or money, but the courage to keep going when no one sees the struggle. If her story moved you, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.